Hello, this is BBD Gaming, and welcome to, I don't know what to call this, a sort of how-to video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make your own custom gym badges. I actually asked a friend to make this. I'm a terrible drawer, so I could probably never draw this on my own. And then, yeah. So the materials you'll need is a hot glue gun, something to get the hot glue off if you're not have like paper bag to block the hot glue from going onto the table or the surface you're making it on, and the picture that you want to make your gym badge out of, and scissors to cut it out if it's not pre-cut. So first thing obviously you're going to do is you're going to cut out your picture. Mine's just going to be a smiley face because I didn't draw anything that looks better. Sorry about that. So, I'm going to continue cutting this out. And so you're gonna have this, okay? So now you're completely done with the scissors. Flew a little bit there. I know it's kind of tiny. It's because I can't draw like big or anything. Okay. So now you got the picture. So you just have the scraps and you can throw those away, do whatever you want with them, stuff like that. Then, and now you're done also with the scissors. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the hot glue gun, and you're going to go around the edge. Oop, crap. Let me put the stand in place. Okay. So then, what you're going to do is you're going to take that glue gun and go around the edge of the gym badge you want to make. Again, I'm using hot glue so that it dries faster. You can use clear school glue if you want. You can use any type of glue. But for the sake of the speed of how fast it dries, I'm using hot glue. And yes, it will curl a little. You can put like something on the back of your picture in order so that you can so that it doesn't bend as much if you want to. There's a little spot there. I'm just gonna fill that in before that rest dries around it. Okay, so now once you've done the first layer, you can't really see it, but you have this. It has a layer of hot glue over it, or whatever glue you're using. So then what you're going to do is if any glue gets onto the surface, you're going to take whatever you're using and get it off. Now, you can do this later towards the final steps. If you really don't want to like do it right now, but I prefer to do it right now, otherwise it's hard to get it off of the object later. I see a little bit dripping off there. It may be a little hard if you're using something like that's not pointy. I should have used something more pointy than a straw, but as you can see, it's already drying and it's really hard to get off. Like, I'm probably gonna have to like get another straw because not working so well. Or if you really want to, you can use the scissors again and cut that off once it dries and stuff. Okay, so I think that step is done. Nope, it's definitely not. I probably shouldn't have done that. Whoopsie. Whoop-de-doodle. Okay, well, that's what I just did. I'm glad I didn't use my fingers. Otherwise, that would have hurt. I think it actually melted the straw a bit. Yeah, by the way, don't use some like really expensive piece of plastic. Not a good idea, because I think it might have just melted a bit of the straw. Is that just the reflection off of it? Can't tell. And I really don't want to find out by touching it. Okay. I think it's dry. So what I'm going to do, blow on it to double check if it's dry or not. It looks like it's dry. Now let me just double check with the straw again. Nope, still not dry. When it gets like this dry, at this step, at this point, you could probably add the next layer of glue. So again, what you're gonna do, put the stand back in, is you're just gonna go a little bit farther in than the last step, the last layer of hot glue, and you're just gonna circle it and keep on spiraling up in the design you want to do. For me, since it's gonna be like a smiley face badge, I am just gonna go all over, and it's already like going. The reason I suggest waiting until the last layer that you did dries is because if it leaks in a spot you don't want it to, then you can just use your object to scoop it back up. But if you're doing like a circular object, knowing the properties of this stuff, it will just like dome. So unless you don't want like, I have a little bit of hot glue here. Unless you don't want like a specific part to be like completely circular, I suggest not just going and just putting a bunch of hot glue on it, because then it won't look right. If you have like you know how in can't think of like an example. In Kanto, the rainbow badge wasn't like an exact circle. If you want to try and recreate the rainbow badge or something, you'd have to start from the circle and make sure like the petals on the outside, I think, don't get any glue on them, and then do those separately. Otherwise, it would dome over the whole thing, and it wouldn't look right. So I'm just taking the straw and going around the outside just to make sure that it domes properly. Otherwise, it'll look really weird. Like you can see on this one, it doesn't look completely right, because right here, I didn't get all the glue off before it dried, and it stuck to the table. So I had to cut that part off with scissors, and it doesn't look quite right there anymore because it kind of pulled there. Okay. So anyways, continuing. Just gonna go around. The reason I suggest doing it on a plastic bag is you can obviously there is glue all over this plastic bag right now. And there's no like 100% way not to get any glue on it. On like on the object you're covering the work surface with, because of the fact that it is going to dome everywhere. It's just the property of how this works and stuff. So I think it's almost dry. Yeah, it's getting harder and harder to like stop it from like spreading, and spreading slower too. So I think it's almost done. Yeah, and it's also getting harder and harder to pull off of the. That kind of hurt a little bit. And the like you can sort of see right here. I don't know if you can see that or not. You can see right where this tip of the straw is. There's like a little bit. There's like no way to get that off, to fix that. Okay, I'm just freaking out. Stop freaking. Okay. There. Okay, so there's like no way to get that off besides cutting it off. I'm actually gonna test if that's dry. looks pretty dry. And yes, I know after a while the hot glue will get, like, it's sort of starting to happen, like, right around here, where it's starting to get less and less clear. If you're gonna do this for, like, black, use, like, a black, really dark black color. And if you're gonna, for example, do red, do, like, I need an example, like, do a really dark color red, because I used a normal everyday red color on this when I colored it in, and it looks almost pink. I don't know if that's just me, but to me it looks almost pink. And it probably looks even more pink for you guys because of the contrast and stuff with my webcam. But yeah, to me it looks really pink. Yeah. Like, and I colored this in with, like, a normal everyday red color. Like the exit program button on this, on, like, any program on Windows and stuff. Okay. And probably even darker than that a little bit. Okay. So, since I was talking to you guys, actually, a bit actually dried to the work surface / the paper bag. So I actually I'm gonna use the scissors here to pry it off because I don't have anything at hand other than these to safely get this off. So I'm actually gonna open the scissors for this. And you can see on this side where this tip is a little bit peeled up. So I'm gonna use that side to work my way around the scissors, well, to work my way around the badge to try and pry it off. And this is the step where I had to redo it a couple times because it kept coming off. Like, it kept breaking. Like, how do I explain this? Like, it would rip, like, the paper underneath it would rip. And for a more, like, badgy feel, if you want to create your own, like, badge case that Ash has in the TV show or anime or whatever you want to call it, then you want to use a picture of the badge itself and cut that out and then do it with that. So I'm just going to continue this around. Jeez. I honestly feel like this is hot super glue right now. And then after I apply this all off, I'm going to cut the extra strands off and stuff. Because I do not like that. Like, yeah, like I already showed you. What am I doing? Okay, so yeah. Just gonna continue. And this actually, if you use like the inner part of the scissors or whatever you're using to cut it, what's I gonna say? Yeah, be careful about cutting the like the back of the badge, because I can already see that I accidentally cut the back of the badge a little bit there. Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can actually peel this part like with my hands off, because that is really stuck. Yeah, sometimes you might actually take a little bit of the work surface with you if you're using like paper or something, which is why I either would use something like this that you don't care about, or like a piece of wood, like an actual like block 2x4 of wood, and do it on that, because this is a mess. If this was my recording desk, well, it is my recording desk, what I'm saying, but if this wasn't under here, if this wasn't on top of this, on the paper, if this wasn't on top of the paper bag, and I would have done this on my recording desk, I would have been sitting here like scraping the hot glue off for like probably half an hour. Off of my recording desk, because okay, I'm just twisting it here to try and weaken it. Okay, so now that I got this, obviously I'm gonna cut the little ugly strands off. And if you want, you can do any like trimming that you want to do to make it look a little better. I'm actually gonna do that because I want this to look nice. There we go. And cut the last little strand off. Okay, again, sorry about that. If you heard that, I don't know, but okay. So now, you got this, and yeah, you can't really see it, but it actually has like depth. I think you can sort of see that in the video. Yeah, here's the back. Again, it may get like it may look a little weird on the back, just because of the fact that the other side. Remember, it's burning on the other side. Like, the reason it looks so like weird, if you can see that, yeah, it's because hot glue. You can sort of see it when it's up close because of the glare. But after a while, this will dry and it will turn like this color white. Let me turn this around so you can see it better. Like, it'll turn like this color white, right? This color white, right here, instead of this color, like clear almost. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Be sure to drop a like if you have. And yeah, if you want to subscribe, I'm not forcing you or anything, but I'm just saying it's a fun channel. Wink, wink. And I don't mean that figuratively. It's fine. It's fine. I enjoy doing these videos. So if you guys want to see more of this DIY stuff, I'll see if I can do it sometime. I've done like 3 videos where I've used this webcam. I had like half an hour of trouble setting this thing up because it kept freezing. Right when I would try to start recording, it would freeze and I would get nothing captured. I'm like, at one point I almost started to do it before I realized that you guys couldn't see anything because it was like not moving. Okay, anyways, I'm rambling. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Be sure to drop a like and comment if you want to see stuff like this more. If you want me to do any challenges, something like that. Not like Bean Boozled, stuff like that. Not like fire challenges or whatever you guys do. I don't know. And yeah, tell me what you guys want to see. Bye! Everybody Gaming signing out.